Hey everyone, welcome to Encore, and today we're going to do a swatch and review on Mac Pro's new product, the acrylic paint. So keep watching. Hey everyone, it's Corin, and you're watching EnKoreMakeup. Blend, blend, blend.
Hi, Corin. Stop using my lipstick.
Hey everyone, welcome back. So it's very rare that Mac Pro launches new products, and I believe the last collection that they launched was the Chroma pencils or the Chroma liners, or I think it's called Chroma pencils. And of course I got all of them, and I love them. Been waiting for them for months and months and months, and then when they launched, of course, I was the first one to get them. And then waiting and waiting, finally the acrylic paints came out. So they just recently launched the acrylic paints. So the jars looks like this. It looks just like acrylic paints, and they have 10 colors. So I have 8 colors, so I'm going to swatch for you today, but I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about acrylic paints. I've been playing with them for a few days now, and the first thing that I notice, of course, is the intensity of the color payoff. It's so intense. It's vivid, it's bright, it's definitely ideal for intricate body painting, face painting, things like that. And that's what they're designed for, are for body painters and face painters, because they are for face and body. Yes, not just body, but also face. Another thing I noticed is, like, once it sets, it doesn't budge. It stays on the skin, and it's almost borderline staining, but it's you can remove it. You just need to put a little bit of an effort to remove it, because it really adheres to the skin, which is a good thing. Now the downside is that you will need to give it time to really dry and set. So if you're doing this on the face, you cannot smile or cause your face to crease and stuff until it completely dries. Okay, like if you're using some of it in the eye area, you have to keep the eyes closed until it's completely dry. But once it's completely dry, it doesn't budge, it doesn't move, it sticks to the skin. It takes a little bit of time for it to dry. It's not just a few seconds. It can take up to 2 minutes, depending on, of course, humidity and stuff like that. So it takes over a minute for it to dry. But like I said, it's not bad of a payoff, or kind of like an exchange for something that's intense and vivid and non-budging product. Okay, so I definitely see this beneficial to, like I said, body painters and face painters. I'm pretty sure a general consumer can benefit from this if you like super dramatic, intense colors. But the only thing, as a makeup artist, doing body paint and face painting, is the size of the container and the amount that's in it. Okay, I feel that it's probably too small. I don't know, how much products you use to complete a full body paint project. But I think if this bottle is bigger, almost like a tempera bottle, or like an acrylic bottle that you can find at your craft stores and stuff like that, I think that might be a little bit more ideal. But for the size of the bottle, it's not bad for kind of like an introduction or a beginner. If you don't do a lot of body painting, but if you're doing, like a lot of colors in full head to toe body painting, I'm not sure if the quantity on this bottle is sufficient for that. That's the only thing. As far as longevity, it does last a long time. So if you're doing like body painting competition, your work is going to last from the morning you started your work till, like, I don't know how long it takes you to do a complete body paint job. From 2 hours to 4 hours, it can take longer. The paint is going to stay as fresh as the moment that you applied it on. And then if you're going on to competition, it does not fade or anything like that. Okay, and out of the 10 colors, 3 of them are not safe to apply in the lip area. And they are Landscape Green, the Marine Ultra, which is blue, and the Rich Purple. And there are 3 shades that's not safe to use in the eye area. And they are Genuine Orange, the Processed Magenta, and the Rich Purple once again. So those are the 3 that you cannot use in the eye area. A couple of things I wanted to mention that I ran into while playing with these acrylic paints is that the bottle, when you open it, okay, when you open the bottle, it's just like paint bottles, okay, that's it, the product's right there. And the problem that I keep running into is I keep tipping the bottle, like knocking it off or something. So there's nothing that's going to stop this from spilling. And once you knock it off, you're going to waste the paint in it because it's just going to spill and splatter. So that's one thing that I kind of need to work on, is to make sure that I don't keep knocking the bottles, or I have to be careful around this because you can easily knock the bottle off. It's going to tip. Alright, and it's going to spill. I promise you that. It happened to me twice. So just make sure to be careful when you have an open bottle and you set this in your table and you're working on something. If you knock it, it's going to spill. Okay? So make sure that if you're not using the bottle, to make sure to always put the cap back on. So that way if you knock it, you're not going to waste any products. Okay, so let's swatch the colors so you guys can see how intense these colors are. So I'm going to start with the basic red. And the basic red is just that. It's your plain kind of blue red. It's not even like an orangey red. It's really like, almost like MAC red. You know, it's kind of like that bluish red. And it covers. Look at the intensity of that and the coverage. And all you need is a brush to apply it with. And I don't recommend using sponges because it's just going to absorb all the paint right into the sponge. You're going to get more product on the sponge than on the skin. Alright, so use a brush and it applies nicely. Alright, so you can tell that it's still wet when it kind of gives a little shine. Alright, so when it sets, it's going to set like matte, and that's how you can tell that it's dry and setting. Okay, so the next color is Primary Yellow, and Primary Yellow is more of a lemon color than a canary yellow. It's really bright and intense. And there you go. The coverage is impeccable on yellow, and we all know that yellow is one of those hard colors that you can get coverage from. Sometimes it shears out on you, but this yellow is like amazingly covering the skin. It's just fantastic. Another thing, guys, like if you guys are using paints, do not use a white bristle brush because it's going to stain it. Alright, so make sure you use kind of like a golden Taklon brush, much like this, so that way you don't have to worry about staining your white bristle brushes. Okay, moving on to the next color, is Landscape Green. This green is beautiful. Then again, I love green, so look at that. Kabam! Just amazing colors, amazing coverage. Alright. Okay, the next one is Marine Ultra. And there you have it. Intense, highly pigmented blue. Okay, the next color is Genuine Orange. And Genuine Orange is more of a tangerine color than an actual kind of sun-kissed orange color. It's more like a tangerine color right there. And these colors are amazing. It's so intense. I love it. Loving, loving, loving it. Okay, this one's Rich Purple. Look at that. It's beautiful grape color. It's just impeccable coverage. This one's Processed Magenta. It's almost borderline hot pink and fuchsia. It's gorgeous. Look at that. And then finally, saving my favorite for last, it's black. And the reason why it's my favorite is because black is the hardest color to find that is true black. Especially if you're like body painting or face painting, you usually get black, you apply it on the skin and it patches, and you get like gray parts and black parts. And the reason why I like this is that it's even coverage throughout, and it's just amazing. It's like it's true black, and it's black. So I can show you. Look at that. It's just black. It's amazing black. And for those of you guys who are wondering if you can mix these colors to create other colors, absolutely. They mix beautifully. So for instance, I have landscape green and marine ultra right here, and I'm going to create a shade of my favorite color, which is teal. And you just blend it, and look how beautiful that is. That beautiful teal color. Alright, and you can darken or lighten this. You know, you have the control. So you just basically blend and mix that. And I'm going to add it to my swatch patches right here and show you guys that beautiful teal color. There you have it. Look how gorgeous that teal is. Okay, and then to darken colors, it's easy breezy. See this landscape green right here? We're going to create a forest green. Okay, so in my mixing palette, I have black, and landscape green. And you just basically add a little bit of black to the landscape green and then adjust as needed. Okay, so just little by little adjust it so you can, until you can get that beautiful like forest green or pine green color. There you go. That's gorgeous. Alright, and then I'm going to add that to my swatch right here. And there you have it. Beautiful dark green. Okay, so now I wanted to show you guys how it looks like when it's set. Here are all the swatches, and it gives a little bit of that kind of like a, almost like a matine, like a matte and satin finish when it's dry and set, and it's not going to move or budge or mix or smear or feather, and it doesn't even transfer. Even if I do my whole hand rubbing it really hard, okay, and there's no transfer whatsoever. And look at the colors. It sticks to the skin, non-transferring. So I'm really impressed. So all in all, I'm really impressed personally with the acrylic paints, and it's so worth the wait. I've been waiting for them forever and a day, and they're actually here. So thank you so much for joining me, and definitely look into the acrylic paints available at macpro.com or at your pro store. So until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.